newly released search warrants reveal new details of what happened following the arrest of Ruby Franke and Jodi Hildebrandt.
Fox 13 News reporter Spencer Joseph is following this case of the YouTube star and Utah mom and her business partner.
Good afternoon. Yes, we've been able to obtain these 3 search warrants thanks to our Fox 13 assignment desk team, and I'm going to kind of go through parts of each of them so we go through exactly what happened after police arrived. So we'll start here. This search warrant is specifically for anything used to bind the children. So you could see all of this highlighted right here is exactly what police were able to obtain through this search warrant, and it contains things like Scotch tape and rope. Now, to shine some light on this, I want to read directly from the affidavit for this particular search warrant because it really shines some light on the exact moments following the police arriving. So it says, quote, medical personnel removed the duct tape, located open wounds. The victim informed officers and medical personnel that the wounds were from the rope that was used to tie the victim to the ground. The victim then informed officers that Jodi put the ropes on their ankles and wrists and that they used cayenne pepper and honey to dress those wounds. Now, the victim told officers that 2 other siblings were in the home when he left, a 10-year-old and a 14-year-old. So that is basis of the first search warrant. These other 2 search warrants are specifically about technology. So you can see actually right here several MacBooks and iPhones have been taken possession of. And that's not just to talk about the communication between Ruby and Jodi. It's for another reason. I'll read that out directly too. It basically says, quote, it's also to obtain any possible videos or audio recordings that would have caught any abuse or injuries sustained from the abuse. So very interesting developments in this case, very intriguing. We're continuing to go through these documents, and I mentioned that honey and cayenne pepper used to treat the wounds, and it does say in Jodi Hildebrandt's bathroom they did locate 2 medical gauze dressings near a cayenne pepper and honey paste. So the children were saying that that's what their wounds were dressed with. We're going to continue to go through these documents.
They also wanted access to communication devices, specifically to show anything between Jodi and Ruby regarding Franke's children left in the care of Hildebrandt at her home. There's also a 3rd warrant wanting Jodi's cell phone she had on her when police came in contact with her that day. Here are some of the findings from the warrants, one of them from an affidavit by the officers asking for the warrant to be signed. It reads, quote, the victim informed officers that Jodi put the ropes on their ankles and wrists and that they used cayenne pepper and honey to dress the wounds, end quote. Officers wrote that a search warrant was served, and they found that Ruby Franke had left her children in the care of Jodi. They located 1 other child in her home. They also ended up seizing 5 MacBook laptops and 4 iPhones in the home to see if there had been any communication between Jodi and Ruby about the children or potential abuse. Among items seized, tape, saran wrap, bowls with red liquid and a spoon, bandages, along with ropes, handcuffs, and carabiners. To learn more about the findings that day, you can read more about all of these, KUTV.com. Check out the video that I actually put up earlier today on our YouTube channel. It's posted as a short, so it's less than 60 seconds. But we also did a Facebook Live on this, talking more about some of these documents that we were able to uncover today and how it all pertains to what we have here. You can see part of it on your screen right now.
When officers got on scene, what we learned in one of these affidavits is that that child told police that Jodi would dress their wounds in cayenne pepper and honey. We know that they were able to seize a number of things from that home. They wanted to know about the communication between Jodi and Ruby. They seized 4 MacBook Pros, 3 iPhones, a number of other items like brown and white rope, handcuffs, carabiners, 2 bowls containing a red liquid with a metal spoon, Scotch tape and saran wrap, and notes and journals. We're continuing to follow this. You can find our coverage on our YouTube channel under the 8 Passengers playlist.